Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo and you've tuned into another live edition of the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short. Yes, I'm wearing a collared shirt. That happens to be the color brown. It's a collared shirt. I know, it's a special occasion. Why? Because I'm going to talk about Star Wars, which, as you very well know, I rarely do. After I give you my thoughts on the 3 best lightsaber duels of all time, then I'm rolling into Pirillo Picks as a part of TLDR, this about an hour or so broadcast, certainly longer than what I might provide for the public. This is being broadcast, by the way, for free to the patrons. Well, to be a patron, you basically pledge. So they get a whole bunch of bonuses, is what I'm saying. And then I'm going to be answering questions from the patrons and generally chatting with them and also talking about the news. So, the first best lightsaber duel, and I've got to thank Geekdom. That's part of his username. He proposed this as a topic. Like, what are your 3 favorite lightsaber duels? And I don't know if there's, a definitive way of describing my, or everybody's 3 favorites, because they're favorites, right? They're relative. What I believe are the top 3 may not match what you believe are the top 3. My number 1 would likely be Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader in The Empire Strikes Back. That was, it was a good duel. I mean, not just because, it was certainly part of my favorite film in the franchise, The Empire Strikes Back, but this is the duel wherein Luke discovers something, and the community that happens to be watching the film is kind of left scratching their head going, wait a minute, how can Darth Vader be Luke Skywalker's father? Oh, spoiler alert, Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. I honestly think that the emotional... that tone really defined that as an epic lightsaber battle, because it wasn't just the swords swinging around, these laser swords. No, it was father and son. Or suddenly what had just played out is like, whoa, that's Luke's dad, and he's doing that. So it made the impact that much more deep. Sometimes it's for me, an epic lightsaber battle isn't just about the sword play. It's about the emotion. What's going into it. It's not just people doing that. I mean, that's I'm not going to say anybody can do that. I'm going to stop short of saying that. But that would be absolutely in my top 3 of epic lightsaber battles. The second epic lightsaber battle, I believe, as of right now, and I reserve the right to change my mind, because there's another potential epic lightsaber battle that's coming down the pike between Issaquah and Darth Vader. And that's happening in Star Wars Rebels. There's a new episode on, I think, right now, today. It airs. And I'm very much looking forward to the end of Season 2, if only to see what happens with the showdown between Ahsoka Tano and Darth Vader. I'm going to go with, for number 2, I'm going to go with Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Vader at the end of A New Hope, specifically A New Hope. Now, you can't... You can't necessarily compare the choreography of what took place in the films that were recorded a generation ago to films that might be recorded today. Absolutely not. But it was this feeling that there's master, and when last I saw you, I was but the apprentice, now I'm the master, along those lines. You just feel that there's something epic going on. And of course, they've got laser swords. And that was really the first time, we'd ever heard of or seen a lightsaber ever. And, I think that's definitely an epic battle. And again, it's not that it's the choreography that necessarily pulls me into it, because believe you me, I think that there have been elements of other lightsaber battles that have had better choreography. But I honestly, if there was one epic lightsaber battle, or my favorite lightsaber battle that would get bumped, it would probably be that one, the one between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader specifically, at the end of A New Hope. And that is the first Star Wars movie, one of the first Star Wars movies that I saw, that a lot of people out there saw. The third one, my third favorite lightsaber battle, and again, thank you, Geekdom, for proposing this topic. I do appreciate it. He's got a whole bunch of others that I'll be addressing at points in the future. I think it's great to explore these topics with you, because everyone's got a different opinion. In fact, I'd be surprised if anybody thought the same way that I did with the three favorites. But my third favorite, controversial. I'm gonna take a sip of my club soda here. It's so controversial. That's good club soda. Darth Maul Apprentice. It's not canon. It's a fan film, but the question wasn't what was the 3 best lightsaber battles in the films. It wasn't in canon. Just said 3 best lightsaber battles, lightsaber duels. And there was something about the way that the way this fan film was produced was so wonderfully done. Not just with nailing the character, Darth Maul, but really setting the stage for what we would see in Darth Maul as we see Darth Maul play out in the Phantom Menace, as well as within the Clone Wars, and then certainly at some point in the very near future, if not today, Darth Maul is also in Rebels. So it's interesting to get a fan's take on where Darth Maul may have started. But what's more compelling than that is trying to get Darth Maul's backstory. But more compelling is that it was well done. As a fan film, or as any film, it was done so well. Some of the best lightsaber battling I've ever seen, in canon or beyond. It tops. And it was a short film. It was very impactful, but the choreography was breathtaking in this fan film. And, I mean, in my mind, I'm like, that's canon. That's as good as canon. That was done so well. I mean, this is just, imagine if something like that would have been at the beginning of The Phantom Menace. And man, you want to talk about making a completely different film. Yeah, that's number 3. Darth Maul, Apprentice. It's a fan film. If you've not watched it, watch it. Is easily. It would be my top 2. The third one may get bumped depending on how I feel this battle. Don't know if it's going to be a final battle or another battle, ultimately between Ahsoka Tano and her former master. Well, not really Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker. So I'm very much looking forward to experiencing that battle. I realize there have been elements within certain lightsaber battles that I've enjoyed, but like in The Phantom Menace, when Obi-Wan was battling Darth Maul, there's the one move where he does this and then like that, right there towards the end. There was some amazing work that was done, but that was just like one fleeting second. That, to me, that was almost the entire 16 minutes of Darth Maul Apprentice. So if you enjoyed that 1 second, you'll really enjoy the 16 minutes, non-canon, but could easily be canon or in your head. Because, I mean, it wasn't that a lot happened. It's just that Darth Maul, you may have seen his place as a character. Very, very well done. And I think it's controversial because some people would expect, no, 3 in the films. No. Star Wars is bigger than that. Star Wars isn't just the films. It's the TV shows, or the cartoons. It's books. It's comics. It's so much. It's so much more than just the films, including the fan films. Sorry, I realized that I need to shave again. I'm starting to itch myself. Got my whole Obi-Wan thing going on here. Okay. I am going to move on to today's Pirillo picks. Very much looking forward to covering this. Speaking of fan, it's kind of fan related. I will say that. Yeah, well, if you want to join me, you can. Although you can't play with it because it's a little small for you. Sorry, Jedi. You need to grow a little older. Now she's upset. She's really upset. Hopefully you're not. Feel free to watch that video. It'll be separate if you're not watching this live as a part of TLDR. You can get the rest of TLDR, interact with me, ask me questions. If you don't like what I'm doing on any given day, you have the possibility of redirecting me and having me do what you want, but you got to be a patron. And I'm not going to apologize for that, because if it wasn't for the patrons, I would not be able to do the things that I do. Head over to chrispirillo.com and sign up right now to get even more of TLDR. Today's free podcast highlight was brought to you by all of my active patrons from chrispirillo.com. If you want access to the full TLDR episodes, both audio, video, past, present, and future, which can be up to an hour long or longer, with even more tech insight from me every weekday, plus other bonus content without ads, and support me at the same time, you can sign up to become one of my supernomies too. This is just a brief taste of what I'm producing for you daily. Again, get more through chrispirillo.com.